Hey everybody, it's Jordan. For today's video, I went to do a movie review, and last night I just watched the HBO film The Normal Heart, and I thought I'd give my review and my take on the film. So basically, The Normal Heart, it is a stage play that was on Broadway. It was written by Larry Kramer. Larry Kramer was an AIDS activist and wrote this play kind of based off his life. Basically, Normal Heart is about the AIDS epidemic that affected a lot of members of the LGBT community, especially during the early 80s. So in the film, there's a character named Ned who's based off of Larry Kramer, and there's also Dr. Emma, and basically they are trying to combat the disease by forming the gay man health crisis, and they're basically trying to find legislation and find support from the mayor in New York City and the government to find a cure for this disease and to help these gay men who are dying. And basically the government and the city rejects them, and they almost isolate gay men because during that time being gay was very taboo still. You know, it's one of those films where right after you watch it, you have to take a minute and process what you just watched. I mean, it's a really good film, but there's a lot to process in that film. Like, it's not going to be a happy film. It's a very serious film talking about the AIDS epidemic and just showing this plight of gay men during the time. And I think for a lot of LGBT youth like me, it really just hits home, because I think a lot of like gay, bisexual, lesbian teens now really, and young adults just really don't know how lucky we have it now. So it kind of makes you think, like, if you were born during that time, like how would that affect our society? You know what I mean? I mean, right now on YouTube there's a bunch of LGBT vloggers, and you see a lot of stuff in the media now with LGBT community members, like celebrities, everything else, and you kind of think, like, would this all be possible like 20 years ago? I think now with like the gay rights movement and gay marriage, I think that kind of epidemic is coming back in a form of a social epidemic and a cultural one. And I think now with this gay rights movement, the gay marriage movement, I think a lot of this is now possible with men like Larry Kramer standing up for gay men during the AIDS epidemic. So we have a lot to thank the people during the 80s who started the gay men health crisis and kind of made it possible for LGBT youth and adults to protest and have a voice in our society. The main character, Ned, is played by Mark Ruffalo. Ned is basically based off of Larry Kramer, the author of the play, and kind of based off his life. I thought Mark did a really good job. There were some moments I didn't believe. Overall, I think he really embodied Larry Kramer and kind of his message and his attitude. And it was kind of just his attitude of, like, if there's something going on, you have to get angry about it, you have to get passionate, you have to get motivated, or nothing's going to happen. If you're passive, you can't make change. And I just think he really embodied that message that Larry Kramer was trying to put into this movement. Julia Roberts, she played Dr. Emma, and I thought she was really great. I mean, she got the physicality down of being handicapped, and when she was on the trying to stand and she was on the walkers, I think she really embodied that and kind of just took on the mindset of this woman who was stricken with polio. And I don't know, I thought Julia Roberts was great. It was really nice to see her in kind of like a TV movie, kind of like a different element for her. And I really hope she starts doing more projects like this. So I'm saying kudos to Ryan Murphy for getting Julia Roberts in a project like this. Another actor was Matt Bomer, and he played the boyfriend of Ned. And he gave a really convincing performance. Sorry, I really don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying not to spoil it, but yeah, it was really great, and I think the romance between Mark and Matt was really great. I know Mark is straight and Matt is gay, but I mean, you could tell they were just such a loving couple, and you couldn't tell that Mark was a straight man in the movie. He really just played his character well, and I thought it was really good acting. But Matt Bomer did great. I think he's a really great actor, and seeing him in this movie, it was a really great role for him, and I think he played it well. I think overall, I think the message for this movie, it just really showed that there'll be a lot of people that will tear you down and will tell you no, and people can be oppressive, but you kind of have to summon the courage and just fight those problems. Definitely with the gay rights movement now, parallel to the AIDS epidemic, it's not as tragic as the number of people who died in the AIDS epidemic, but it's still a big movement going on right now. I think with the last shots in the movie, when they had the Yale College Gay Week and they had a dance, and they had all these young gay couples dance with each other, and I was just thinking to myself, like, seeing these characters like Ned looking at these people at this dance and kind of this younger generation, I think it kind of shows that we need to take the same enthusiasm that Larry Kramer had and be passionate and get angry and summon up this energy and courage that Larry had in the gay rights movement. Because if we're not passionate and we don't depend on our generation, then nothing is going to get changed. And I think that was really a great message to definitely a lot of LGBT youth, that as a community, we need to stand up and fight for our rights, or nobody else is going to give it to us. It just shows we have to depend on ourselves, and we really need to come together and tell our government what we want and what our rights are as American citizens and fight for those rights, whether it be gay marriage or just gay rights in general. So if you haven't seen The Normal Heart, you definitely need to check it out online. You can also check it out on HBO.com or HBO Go. Please go check out The Normal Heart. It's such a good movie, you'll not be disappointed. It was a really, really great film. And I really hope HBO continues these really good movies and adaptions, because I mean, it's been a great year for HBO. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, make sure to watch Normal Heart, and you could probably catch it on HBO later, I'm not sure, but definitely try to find it if you can. Be sure to click like below if you like this video. Also be sure to comment what are your thoughts on the gay rights or the gay marriage movement, just gay rights in general going on right now. And what did you think of the Normal Heart movie? What were your opinions? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me what you thought about it. I want to know. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, find me on Tumblr, all of that stuff. You will find that below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Saturday for Jordan's Corner.